And gentlemen, we are still here at Sun City. People have started leaving, but we are giving you the opportunity by talking to a few people, to reflect on the convention, but more broadly on the Institute of People Management, IPM. I'm here with the legend himself, the ex-CEO of the Institute of People Management, Rre Elijah Litheko. Rre Litheko, with you, it's always a challenge of mine. I don't know where to start to engage you on IPM, but I'm going to spend a few minutes with you just reflecting on the workshop, and then I want us to travel back around your history and the history of IPM. But this is really just episode 1. We're going to have many, many more conversations, you and I, because I've really wanted to do this for many years. And I used to tell you that you are the moving library, you are the institutional memory of the Institute of People Management. And I'm very honored, really, that the time has come. And maybe God knew that it was going to be studied at this convention at Sun City. How do you feel after such a powerful convention like this one, the one that was coached by you probably from a distance, not like in the past where you will lead it? And this is amazing for, I think, for Dr. Jerry Gule, the CEO, to have you around, assisting wherever you can, and I can see your heart your blood is blue, not the other blue, the blue of the IPM.
Still, I feel elated, really, to have been part of this organization of the 63rd IPM Annual Convention, where, because of the challenges that the country has gone through over the past few years, and also the impact that the developments around the world are having on the country, that the Institute of People Management chose courageous or fearless leadership as a theme for the 2019 annual convention, to really try to explore from different angles.
Yes.
What do businesses, companies, HR professionals need to do to set the country on the right path?
Yeah.
The path of growth, the path of collaboration, the path of critical thinking, the path of innovation, and to do away with the thought that we always need to depend on others to do things for us.
Yes.
This dependency syndrome, I think it's time that people in Africa must confront this dragon and get rid of it once and for all.
How does it make you feel to have had this topic tackled by human resources professionals, people management professionals? It could have been a topic for any other section of our industry other than HR.
For me, the HR discipline is a solution-seeking discipline. It's a problem identification discipline with a focus to bring solutions for people to move forward.
Yes.
Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because it is people who come with ideas, and it is HR that deals with people issues in the organization. And if HR can create an enabling environment for people that they employ to be able to bring their full mindset to the workplace, ideas, passion, intellect, all those things put in one pot, and allow the people to express themselves, the potential is unbelievable.
Yes. What those that you spoke to during the convention, what messages were they sharing with you as they were going through the convention?
Semi, they said this convention and the message that was shared has come at the right time.
Yes.
Because people were beginning to get confused to say,
Yes.
what is happening now?
Yes.
People are losing jobs. The discussions in the streets at home
Yes.
is more on retrenchment than
Yes.
on helping people to find employment or do their own thing and getting the necessary support
Yes.
to create their own businesses.
Yes.
Now they have got a sense that their minds are being opened to look at the right issues and focus on the right issues. And the other thing that I personally believe, we also have to teach people, and I think the convention this year started to sow that seed.
Yes.
We need to take full responsibility for our own growth,
Yes.
for our own lives. That mindset, Semi, is very much helpful.
Yeah.
Because when you get challenges, you don't give up.
Yes.
That's what kept me in IPM for all these years.
Yes. Yes. And this is thank you for bringing that up. And the reason why I wanted to have this conversation with you while we are still together here at Sun City after this convention is just to connect with the past and just make people realize that the asset IPM has been and is to the country. When you take us memory lane down, going backward, what has kept IPM going in all these years, through all these difficult, turbulent economic times?
IPM is a visionary organization.
Yeah.
It was started by a lady who came from the UK
Yes.
in the 1940s. Her name is Isabel White. Isabel White.
Isabel White.
Yes. When she arrived here, she found that people were treated like machines.
Yes.
And she was an industrial psychologist. And she said, no, there must be something that helps organization to deal with people as people with emotions.
Yes.
As people with interest,
Yes.
as people with passion. And an organization has to be established so that this organization can help businesses to understand
Yes.
that dealing with a human being
Yes.
is different from dealing with a machine.
Yes.
That vision sustains itself because it's driven by passion, by a bigger vision than your self-interest.
So was that the reason why originally it was the Institute of Personnel Management?
That is why originally it was the Institute of Personnel Management, because it was focusing on the personnel.
Yes.
And it grew
Yes.
into a People Management Institute.
To broaden the
also
mandate.
to make sure that the managers, the land managers, also understand that the responsibility to develop, to coach, to mentor, and grow people under them, it is their responsibility. HR is merely a facilitator.
Yes.
HR is only creating an enabling environment.
This is very fascinating because so we should actually help people understand that Institute of People Management is not saying Institute of Human Resources Management. It says anybody that has the responsibility to look after people as a resource must know how to manage these people. Is that the way it comes from?
Definitely.
Yeah.
They must be so empowered, Semi, that there must be a mutual relationship between the manager and the people reporting to her. Mutual relationship focusing on making the organization successful, growing it.
So when did you join IPM? And how did you join IPM, Rre Litheko?
You know, we grew up under apartheid.
Yes.
And we knew that job opportunities in terms of the legislations then were limited.
Yes.
I can still remember it's either you're going to be a clerk, a security man standing at the gate, or honorary woman, a nurse,
Yes.
or the minister of religion,
Yeah.
or a policeman. That was the respectable position that we had then.
For black people.
For black people. But because we knew that one day, this thing must break. This thing is not sustainable.
Yeah.
Because there's no truth in it.
Yes.
There's no love in it. It cannot sustain itself. So I said, okay, I know I can be a minister, but I needed something that will help me help people more broadly than only ministry. So then I studied HR diploma. It was called a personal diploma then.
With IPM.
With IPM. Via distance learning.
Yes.
So I understood how it operates, its operating model, the branches and all those things, student chapters. So even then I understood how it was structured.
Yes.
And when I got my diploma, while I was still studying, I went to the mines, I think late 70s or around 80, in the 70s, late 70s. So I'm studying this diploma. It's teaching me how to deal with people, how to interact people, how to make people more productive. Hey, man, they laughed at me, man. What dangerous?
Yeah.
Kan je personal bestuur word?
Yeah.
Niet in ons land, nie.
Yeah.
I felt so disappointed. But I didn't give up. I said, but I know that this wall is going to break.
Yeah.
Keep on studying. And I kept on studying until I got my diploma.
Yeah.
In the 1980s, with the Wuhan Commission, things started changing.
Yeah.
Legislation started recognizing us as employees, whereas in the past, that was not the case.
Yeah.
When legislation started recognizing us as employees, the doors started opening, companies started recruiting African professionals or black professionals. And my career started in the mining industry. I was one of the black industrial relations officers in the mining industry.
Yeah.
Our task was to train mining employees how to understand the mining environment and how to align their thinking to the mining operating system. That was the top job at the time. So from there, I grew into HR specific focus.
Yeah.
Started becoming a personnel officer, personnel and training officer.
Yeah.
In 1985, I was appointed HR manager by the then H&H Mining Timber. It was a group, timber mining timber company.
Yes.
With the products, building products, manufacturing products that support mines underground. I think I learned a lot in that environment.
Yeah.
And then I also became the regional manager for the Western Transvaal then.
Yeah.
So I was responsible for the entire Western Transvaal region. I had personnel officers in all the regions, Carltonville, Legdorp.
So then the HR officers were becoming more and more produced by IPM.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my focus was on developing people, particularly. You still remember the Black Advancement programs?
Yes.
I was leading those programs.
Oh, yes, the Reverend John Sullivan.
Yeah, codes of principles.
That influenced the introduction of Black Advancement programs. I still remember that. Yeah. And then
you said then. Did you ask me about my association with IPM? How I came in, or we're not there yet?
It looks like so. IPM actually gave you the opportunity to be qualified as an HR or a personnel professional there. And
But
then you
what-
became a member of the IPM
Yes,
as a result of being
of
a
that,
student.
yes.
Yeah. And then since then you just continued to being part of the IPM, or what happened?
I continued to be part of the IPM. I served then,
Yes.
but from the background.
Yes.
They had branches which were run by white people then,
Yes.
but you could come as a
Yes.
student
Yes. Be part of
to
the
participate
programs.
in the programs. So that scenario and environment and structure.
So from the beginning, IPM was very much white dominated then in terms of administration.
completely white dominated.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the black people, but from the beginning, black people were not stopped from being part of it.
No.
Was
not
it
at
because of what's her name again? Caroline. I mean the Isabel White. Was it Isabel White's intention from the beginning that this wasn't going to become exclusively white, or how did that happen?
Isabel was focusing on employees. She didn't differentiate black from white.
I see.
She was focusing on
It was just
employees
the industry that was not transformed
because of legislation.
because of legislation.
Because apartheid have specific restrictive laws.
Yes.
That sort of restricted
Yes.
black people from
Yes.
occupying certain
So who were
positions.
the first black people that took the reins? I mean, today IPM, you can't even imagine that IPM was once white-only organization in terms of management administration. Who were the first people to break into it?
In the 1980s, a historic event happened.
Yes,
When J.B. Magwaza was appointed the president of IPM
in the 80s.
in the 80s.
After
the Vihan
Vienna Commission.
Yes.
Was that a strategy, or it just happened, or what? Or how come that?
Because then we were far from the reality.
Yes.
So I don't know the details.
Oh, I
but
see.
all that I know is that happened.
Yes.
But I know that it was...
So have we ever honored J.P. Magwaza at the IPM, or after, since then, or what? I know he's always identified with that, but what has IPM done?
I can't remember specifically, but what I know is that you also are aware of that.
Yes.
In board meetings, each time, at the relevant moments, his name pops up.
Pops up, yeah.
And that recognition is there. But I can't remember a specific award that he has been given.
Yeah. So he's really paved the way.
He paved the way for all of us.
Who are I'm sure there are a couple of people that I know. Shirley Zinn, for instance, became the president.
The others. We had Mpomakwana. We had Tiseto. Chugudu.
Yes, Chugudu, yes.
We have Mpole Tape.
Yes. I think he also had Bheki Sivia. Was Bheki Sivia once the president of that? Yeah.
Yes. Sandy Mohanathan.
Yes. Yeah. Quite a number.
Then we have the new people coming in as well. Recently.
Raj.
Yes.
Now we have our current Bulunga.
Bulunga.
Yeah. So I was quite impressed, and I know that I wasn't aware of it, but I was quite impressed this time, without me counting, the participation by the public sector and the government departments, specifically from various provinces. It's quite impressive, and I'm actually quite happy, because I think if we are going to solve the challenges that our government is having in terms of service delivery, this is the right start.
This is the right move. The move, I think, started some way back.
Yeah.
When we started inviting ministers to come and address the IPM convention. It has been there, but there's a specific year where we brought Minister Ntizimba.
I remember Dr. Platin Simante delivering a speech. Yeah, I remember that, yes.
And then at that convention, we had a discussion with him.
Yes.
And then we told him about IPM and how IPM needs to get involved in government structures.
Yes.
That's why that started me being appointed to go and serve at the Human Resource Development Council,
Yes.
which is chaired by the Deputy President of the country.
Yes.
And when I was there,
Yeah.
I started opening up also the HRD so that it can have an outreach approach to other organizations, for instance, like the professional bodies in South Africa.
Yes.
So we made specific attempts to go and talk to them about
Yes.
the HRDC.
Yes.
And then we also made specific attempts to go and speak to the SITAs.
Yes.
That's why you see the FMP SITA playing a very pivotal role as far as empowering and educating HR professionals in the role that they are playing as a facilitator.
Yes. And sitting on the topic of the sitters, and this is beautiful. I'm sure it will be wonderful to see more and more sitters coming to the convention, not necessarily as sponsors like FPM SITA is doing, but just
not as part, because FMP SITA is a partner.
Is a partner,
not a sponsor in that sense.
In that sense,
there is a partner that makes sure that people are empowered, there's capacity building, because they are in the skill development arena.
Yes.
They see IPM advancing that agenda.
Yes. How do we invite other sitters? How do you think we should go about getting other sitters? Because I think they're losing a lot from deliberations here.
I think you are aware that I serve in a number of structures.
Yes.
I also serve in the South African Society.
Yes.
For corporate education.
Yes.
And the National Skills Authority participates in those forums.
Yes.
And some of the sitters participate in those forums.
I see. So through those structures, we have that link.
That link helps me to say, guys, the skills development field is broad. And there are avenues and platforms that you can use to spread the message, to connect with the people.
Yeah.
And this year we also had the EDP SITA participating fully.
Yes.
So
that is
that project is ongoing.
It's ongoing, and I saw that the HRDC also had a stand at the exhibition.
Yes.
So and some universities, I'm glad to see some business schools participating. Now, if you were to have a wish, share the wish with us, where do you want to see IPM? I know, of course, it's no longer your mandate because we have a new CEO and there's a board, but I'm sure you are now a member like me, ex-leader and advisor and elder in the IPM. What do you wish for IPM into the future?
Okay. Firstly, I must acknowledge that IPM regard me as their elder.
Yes.
The elder in terms of the African concept.
Yes.
They know
if
they meet any difficulty along the way,
there's
an elder that they can consult.
Yes.
And that they're doing it
very well.
Very
no,
well.
I noticed that.
They're doing it very well, and it's like a family.
Yes.
It's a family arrangement that we know,
and
it's working perfectly well. But for me, IPM is a project.
Yes.
A project of renewal.
Yes.
Because in 1994, the country took a vow that they're going to build a prosperous, united, and with different background of people, religion, persuasion, but they are going to build a unified country where everybody is going to participate in the economy of this country, where everybody is going to participate in rebuilding the country into a united country. IPM, as a people management organization, has a major role to play there, because now it must change the paradigm.
Yes.
It must change the conversation.
Yes.
It must change the mindset. And then if we, as IPM, help people to understand that there's no black and white any longer.
Yes.
There's one united country which belongs to different people of different backgrounds.
Yes.
But they have committed themselves through their political parties in 1994
Yes.
that we are going to work together.
Yes.
And IPM, for me, is a major facilitator in that process because it deals with people.
Yeah.
We need to have conversations that help people realign their thinking, realign their vision to support the vision that the country wants.
And in the continent and in the world, and what is your wish for Africa?
Fortunately, I've been part of all these structures. Yes. IPM is a member of the African Human Resource Confederation.
Yes.
And IPM has been in Africa.
Yes.
One of the pivotal players.
Yes.
To facilitate those interconnections
yeah.
and the connections. And through the African Confederation of HR professionals, we we are a member of the World Federation of People Management Association.
Yeah.
And Raj, our past president,
yes,
is a member.
Yes.
I was a committee member.
Yes.
At that structure.
So he is currently the vice president of the
Africa
Federation.
Yes.
And through that, and he's obviously representing Africa together with the president.
Exactly.
In the World Federation.
That's correct.
Yeah. Wonderful. So, and I think it's very important for people to know these connections because HR is HR irrespective of in which country and continent you are. But the context is different from continent to continent. So the African context must not be missed in the global scheme of things. But obviously it's not only IPM alone. There are other country-specific IPMs. Am I right?
That's correct. At this convention, people from Zimbabwe, delegates from Zimbabwe, and delegates from Botswana.
Yes, even Eswatini, I met some delegates from Eswatini.
Yes, but I mean those that approached me specifically.
Oh, yes.
They said, Rre Litheko, SADC needs to have a forum where we are going to talk about the challenges, economic, social, and otherwise.
From HR point of view.
From HR point of view. That inhibits our growth, our development as a region. Then I said, no, we have that forum already in the form of the African Confederation.
Yes.
He said, no, we understand, but let's build stage by stage. Let SADC grouping first come, and the other groupings, Western Region Group, the Eastern Region Group, will also do that as we go along.
Yes.
But let's look at the SADC region first. And I said, no, it's a wonderful idea.
So they saw that there's a missing link between the country and continent.
Exactly.
And they want to do like you have a trade block, like SADC as a structure.
Yes, because that structure is there.
Yes.
Why can't you also
plug in
and HIV face be seen within that structure that is currently there?
Yes.
Then
it looks like there's a high hand out there that is just guiding these things at the right time to evolve. So is that process now going forward?
Yes. I'm going to discuss it with Dr. Jerry Kule.
Yes.
And say we need to, even if it's one day, we need to have a conference or a conversation or a symposium on this specific topic.
To look at that.
Yes.
Something that I wanted to get your view on, because I've worked for multinationals before, and then I worked for South African companies from the HR, my HR days in corporate. There is a certain section of HR professionals that I always miss, and that is, if you work for a global multinational that is headquartered outside the continent or outside South Africa, in many cases, and you are an HR head in the country, you probably have one or two assistants because the rest of the organization is regionalized. Let's say you are part of Europe, Middle East Africa, or Middle East Africa, and you have a center of excellence in rewards, maybe based in Poland or in UK, center of excellence in talent management based in Dubai or somewhere else. And what I found is that such people that are saving these structures of HR for these companies in South Africa are not really that much having enough capacity and time to be with us here. And I see that is a miss. I discussed it with Jerry as well and then some other colleagues to say, look into that, because there's quite a number of HR people, and they are well traveled because they always go out to meet their colleagues in London, in Paris, in Dubai, and they are such a resource in terms of HR in a global multinational, in a true global multinational organization. That's why I'm very excited about the announcement that Shrim will be here next year, because that's where the headquarters of these companies go for HR solutions. I think this is, for me, is a magical touch that Dr. Jerry Gule has brought by securing the vice president of Shrim to talk to the HR delegates at the convention next year. I'm just mentioning it in passing because I know that you probably must have picked it up. If you want to get them together as the HR practitioners in global multinational with branch offices in South Africa, you are not going to get them in a forum because they can't go away for 2 days. Mm-hmm. Not even a 1 day. Exactly. Because they are just 2-3 few people, and they are being reporting outside the country, and the working hours are even different. And you are not, even them themselves don't have a structure where they get together. When you go to the Chamber of Commerce is where you will find their CEOs. Maybe you are lucky they come with the CEO, but they are really just accompanying the CEO, and then they go back. So I was saying this is a challenge that IPM needs to look at, to say, how do you service such?
Okay. The way I see it, Semi, technology is a huge enabler.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things and get good insights through technology. I think IPM has reached a stage where it needs to develop digital platforms and strategy on how to connect.
And include those who cannot be here with us.
You don't have to be physically present for you to give me your thoughts, for me to guide me, for you to coach me.
It must be very inspiring for people listening to us, hearing Rre Elijah talking about this new generation technology that we need to come in. That means the organization, including people like yourself, have realized the value that technology brings.
It's so powerful, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
At my age, I'm still listening to webinars.
Yeah.
They tell me about all these Zoom, the chat box, and all those things.
Yeah.
So I'm
there's no excuse for anybody.
I'm good up to an extent.
Yes.
But I know you are my expert on that one. But I know I can maneuver the whole thing.
Yes. And then we need to help each other, because there's never going to be a time where we are all at the same level. Yes. But this technology is fourth industrial revolution, as we listened to the lady from Henley Business School. Now, let's perhaps bring it to closure. What is your takeaway from this convention, and what is your message to those who didn't come?
Let me start with those that did not come.
Yes.
The world is moving so fast, and things are changing so fast that people who do not attend sessions like this that IPM organizes, particularly the annual one, where the international global trends are being shared, where everything that comes from anywhere in the world is being revealed to say, guys, watch, this is coming, this is at our doorstep, and you keep away. So you're actually doing a disservice to your own organization, to your own personal development and growth, and to your organization. So I think they need to reconsider themselves, their position that they have taken. I know they are busy, but this one they have to plan it in advance, like a budget.
Yes.
You see, it must be something that is planned, scheduled, and budgeted for annually, because there's magic in it. And because we wanted to test ourselves where we fit in as compared to other similar organizations and events globally. Boston Consulting Group did a study in 2008
Yes.
to say, come and look at us, assess us,
Yes.
analyze the convention, and give us a report. You know what they said, Semi?
Yeah.
They said, compared to similar organization, whether you call it SHRIM or CRPD, you rank among the best as IPM annual convention.
Yes.
So this convention has all the ingredients of a good product. And I have attended them all. Our advantage is the fund that we create
Yes.
as part.
Yes. Of the convention.
And the other ones is cold knowledge, full stop. But with us, there is that vibrancy, there is that energy that is part of the convention.
Wow.
That distinguishes us from the rest.
Wow. And for yourself, we never stop learning. So what are you taking home from the convention?
Okay. I think firstly, networking is a very key element. And building sustainable relationship is key.
Yeah.
Because those relationships work as your eyes and your ears when you are not there.
Yes.
They see things that you might not see, and they feed them back to you. So you always remain prepared.
Yeah.
So this time around, the focus was on courageous and or fearless leadership, because of the things that we already discussed.
Yes.
That HR leaders need to make sure that they mustn't just go there and speak emotions when they talk to
the business.
To the business. They must have facts.
Yes.
They've been taught about how to gather facts, convert those facts
Analytics,
into
data analytics, and
exactly. Prepare a business case based on data, and show the organization how the organization is going to benefit.
Yes.
If they follow the proposal on the table.
Yes.
And what type of risk
Yes.
will they encounter if they don't?
Yes.
But because business wants to grow, and everybody at business, including the board, must work on for the interest of the organization, then the argument is more stronger because your argument is business focused. So that lesson is very much important.
Yes.
That you don't have to shy away from putting your case on the table if you have done your research, if you have done your homework,
Yes.
if you have done the comparison, the benchmarking exercise, and you can demonstrate in a meeting. That, no, we are here, the other organizations in the same industry are here.
Yes.
And this is how they are progressing, and this is the reason why they are ahead of us or below us. So we need to tighten here and here and here, so that we can become the leader rather than the laggard.
Wow. Thank you so much. We will talk more in the future into details, into specifics, but I really enjoyed the conversation. It is refreshing to look back where we come from and check where we are and project the future. I'm already very excited about the 2020 convention. I'm sure it's going to be a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sir,
Litheko,
for facilitating this. I really appreciate you very much as well. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. That was Rre Elijah, the ex-CEO of the IPM, sharing with us his insights into the IPM, the history, and also projection and his ideals, and of course the fact that he is always available as an elder in the IPM, and this is African tradition. There's always a need for people with insights and history of the organization for the organization to sustain itself. I'm going to sign off. This is Sam Zima from Cometa Professional Conversations. We have been with you throughout the convention. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow us so that you get notified when we go live again or when we download recorded episodes. And thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.